Okay, good evening and welcome. It's time to call this special call board meeting of the San Felipe Del Rio Consolidated Independent Board of Trustees, today being Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. Madam Secretary, would you call roll?
Yes, sir. Ms. Luna Chavez?
Here.
Mr. Overfeld?
Present.
Ms. Gonzalez?
Here.
Mr. Mesa?
Here.
Mr. Galindo?
Present.
Ms. Haynes? And myself, sir. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Let the record show that we do have a quorum of board members and that this meeting has been duly called and posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. We have a very short agenda. I'm glad that board members are here tonight. We go to consent item number 9. We don't have any citizens to be heard. No one is turned in. So we go straight to number 9. First item that we have is item C, awarding of bid RFQ items. Sir, do you want to treat all items as a consent agenda?
Yes, sir, unless the board has any questions on any one of them.
Questions? Mr. Overfeld?
On F1 and 2, approve the purchase order for furnishing and installing the playground equipment at the new school and consideration for installing landscape at the new school. Well, I guess not really landscape, I'm sorry, just F1. For the playground and stuff, the intention in the talks with the city has been that when we're not using it, it's going to be open to the neighborhood to go in and use, right? That
Yes, sir.
is the playground area will be open to the community members. So when with us investing that amount of money, when it is open to the community, is the city going to be liable or putting anything in for anything that gets damaged after hours in the event of anything being damaged? And, you know, that way we don't have to go back in and put more money into it because it was damaged after hours and not during a school function?
No, sir, we do not have that agreement with the city. Now, we are buying durable equipment that isn't easily broken. It's as high quality or better than what is in the public parks, but that was not addressed in the MOU.
Okay. Alrighty. And again, just for thought process down the road, I'd like to see some of the other elementaries and on the other side of town, Lamar, et cetera, if we can reach an agreement with the city to be able to open those areas after hours as well to give our community somewhere safe to be able to recreate. Thank you.
Yes, that is the plan that the city manager and myself have discussed. The only issue at this point would be the lighting, because we would have to add lighting at some of those playgrounds, especially when it gets dark at 5:36. But we're working on other projects, and we hope to soon discuss those.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Overfeld. Anyone else? Dr. Rios, on G1, I know that this is a continuation of every year we bring the train people to assist our people in fixing the ACs.
Yes, sir. This is a couple of years we downscaled the contract we had with Train, and this reflects that trend. So this is about the same amount as it was last year, but definitely a lot lower than the previous year.
Okay. All right. If no further questions, again, one action will take care of all items on the consent agenda. Do I hear a motion for a consent agenda? Motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Mr. Overfeld. All those in favor? The motion passes. Consent agenda is approved as presented. We go on to item 14, human resources. First item we have is item A, consideration to approve the updated 2023 district compensation plans. Odette Garcia.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, members of the board. Next to your computer, we have the recommendations that we're making tonight for our compensation pay plan. And this is under peace officer, whether it's internal or external, for non-district events. So this is when we have organizations renting the gyms, and we need security there. We would like to charge those organizations the daily rate or the hourly rate of $40 for non-district events. And then in addition, for administrators, that would be like when they rent the SPC, such as the Palpog, since it's being updated, and we have the stagers, right, that were here. Then if we need our media tech communication department here, such as Mr. Luna or Peter or Willard, then we're also asking to pay them their daily rate. So those organizations would pay for them to be compensated if they're working.
Okay, can I add something to that, Mr. Mesa?
Yes, Dr. Rios.
To be clear, we have not agreed to rent the building to anybody, and we're not in the business of renting this building. We did agree with the city that because of some programs that had already been scheduled, that we would work just to help them out in the short term, but not moving forward, not rented. So the upstagers did have a function here. They have another function that they want us to consider, which is the last one they have scheduled. We haven't agreed to it, but if we were to agree to it, it takes evening work and Saturday work, and we don't have hourly people that can come and run the equipment. Our team is who runs it. So we want to have a daily rate. Should we help them here in this last event to be able to say, look, this is what it's going to cost to get the technicians here. Are you willing to do it? But I can't trade off time for Saturdays for our team to come and work and then not have them work on a Friday or a Monday. So it's just fair. In all transparency, it'll probably be a lot higher than anyone is willing to pay. But again, we don't have a technical staff. It's all run by the people that we hire on a daily basis. So that's the only reason for that, Mr. Mesa.
Any questions? I know that, we have current events like the consulate that had their anniversary here. That is a good gesture on our part, but I know it kind of taxes the employees that we have running the equipment here, and to give up a weekend is difficult, but I know that we have helped in the past, and so whatever we can do, I appreciate that. The fact that they're doing upgrades at the Paul Polk Theater with ADA requirements and so forth, and electrical and different things. So, again, we understand that. Mr. Arlindo?
On the peace officer, does it get offered to school PD officers first, and then if it doesn't, then you'll start outsourcing
Yes, sir.
for the events? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So they'll get first choice on it, our school PD officers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This weekend was a perfect example. We had some of SFDR police working there, and then we had some from, I believe it was the sheriff's office. But we're committed to them for $40 an hour. So they're working the same event. It doesn't make sense that ours make, $28 an hour, and they're outside events.
Mm-hmm.
So we just want to bring equity for those events where we're letting their facilities out.
Oh, definitely. Awesome.
I just want to tell the board, we're doing excellent time. We're down to 10 minutes, so we don't have anything else except, again, executive session at this time. This is 5:40 p.m.
We haven't voted.
Recommendation.
Oh, we need to approve that. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Human resources, I got ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve the updated 2022-2023 district compensation plan as presented.
Heard the recommendation from administration. I'll entertain a motion for approval. Motion made by Mr. Overfeld, seconded by Mr. Galindo. All those in favor? Okay.
Thank
That is
you.
approved. Thank you. Now we go to item 17, again, time being 5:41 p.m. We're going to executive session pursuant to policy board, policy 551.074 and 551.071 of the Texas Open Meetings Act. If action is needed on any of those items, it will be taken upon reconvening into open session. Again, we're now in executive session. Okay, the time is 6:24 p.m. We are reconvening into open session. No action was taken in executive session. We're down to item 18 on the agenda. First item we have is 18A, consideration to approve the personnel report to include the following: new hires, district vacancies, retirements, and resignations. Idea Garcia.
Yes, sir. Good evening again. It is the recommendation of administration for the Board of Trustees to approve the resignations and vacancies as presented in closed session.
You heard the recommendation. Is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Ms. Overfeld, seconded by Ms. Gonzalez. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. Item 18B, consideration to approve the submission of TA applications for certification waivers. Idea Garcia.
Yes, sir. It is a recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve Ms. Stephanie Blinkenstaff as biology teacher for Del Rio Freshman School.
For the recommendation, there's a motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Mrs. Webb. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, there being no other items on the agenda, is there a motion for adjournment? Motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Ms. Gonzalez. All those in favor? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you all for being here today.